Hey guys, welcome back. So today is a really fun day because I get to put together our little fall photo booth display area. So I kind of talked to you guys that I wanted to do something in front of our garage when we were working on our fall porch containers. So today is that day. So it's finally dry, and this whole week I think is supposed to be sunny, which is fantastic. But I just thought it would be fun to create kind of like a fall little display area for my family and friends and our neighbors to come by with their families and take photos. You know, a lot of people can't get to the farm right now to do these things, so I thought I would just bring that to us. Now, our garage is actually not a real garage. We actually have converted the inside into 2 other rooms. So a lot of people always ask, like, how can you plant things or, you know, put displays in front of your garage? Well, it's technically not a functioning door, and we're actually getting it replaced, which I'm super excited about. But so that's why I'm able to do these. So if you have an area in your property where, you know, maybe you can do it out in the garden or in the back, like if you have a deck or a porch, I think this would be really fun to recreate. But I think it's just fun to have these memories with your family and your friends, and you know, I'll just leave it up for a few weeks and anybody can come by and use it, do whatever they want, and then we will take it down for Christmas time. But I've already gathered some things to use in today's display, and then we are going to go in the back and gather some other things to use as well. So let me show you what I have already, and then we will go foraging in the backyard. So here we go. Okay, so all that I have so far are some of these fake flowers that I picked up at Michael's. I think these will just be really fun to incorporate. I have some Excelsior, which is just like a shredded wood. It's like a fiber wood, but it's really fun to use. I like using it in decorations, and actually I forgot that I was going to use this to put underneath the pumpkins. I completely spaced it when we were putting our pumpkins out here. So I'm going to add these under here, and I've also added them to this container and this little container over here. I also have some Crocosmia seed pods, which, if you can hear it, it's like such a fun little rattle. I love things that make noise. So anyways, we might use these, or I might just save them for an arrangement. I have some other pumpkins here we're going to be using. We already have our hay bales. I have some hydrangeas here that we're going to be using. These are the little lime. I told you guys I picked these up at Costco. I picked up 10 of these. I'm so excited to plant them. But because we are kind of getting into fall and they're starting to change colors, I thought it would be fun to use these in the display and maybe some in these containers instead of little pumpkins. That's originally what I wanted to do, is have some little pumpkins, but I think I want to use these instead. So we have some more in the back that I will be harvesting, and maybe these will just sit on the side and wrap them in burlap, I think. So anyways, let's go to the back and gather some other stuff. Okay, first up, let's take these HEUCHERAs. We actually planted these together in one of our spring container videos, I think, and I've just left them in these containers this whole time, and they've done so well. I love them in the garden because I think they just have a beautiful summer, fall, and winter color, and they do really well in containers. So like, I'm super impressed. If you're looking for a single plant to have in a container, I totally recommend these Marmalade HEUCHERAs, just because they do so well for us here. So anyways, these are just something fun to keep in mind if you're looking to add some beautiful color and HEUCHERAs to your own garden. So this is probably one of my favorite HEUCHERAs. Okay, so here they are. And aren't these blooms just so stunning? These little lime hydrangeas are just so gorgeous, and I'm so excited to have them in the garden. And I feel bad because I'm going to be harvesting some of these blooms, and I think they just look so pretty all together like this. It almost looks like a little cloud. But I'm just waiting because, like I told you guys, we are redoing the front as well as the back. So I am just kind of being strategic about planting and making sure that I'm going to be getting the other plants that I want before I drop these into the ground. So anyways, let's go ahead and harvest some of these. Okay, that should be good for these guys. Okay, now I'm gonna be using some of these grasses too. I didn't get to planting these this season, so I think it'll be fun to use them in our display. All right, well, didn't that turn out so fun? I am so excited for my friends to come over and take pictures over here. Okay, so let's start talking about what we did over here. So I already had some of the excelsior in this container, and we harvested some of the little lime hydrangea blooms. Now I did water this container before starting today, so these blooms are going to be able to uptake some of that water through the soil. You could, of course, dry these out prior to doing something like this, but I've done this before and it worked out okay. So they should dry out in these containers just fine. And then we cut our grass. So that's one of the reasons why I love having those tall grasses, because they're so fun to use in arrangements. And it's funny because I always joke with my neighbor because she has beautiful grasses in her garden, and I'm always like, I'm gonna come over here one of these days and cut them. But I actually have some in the back, so luckily we were able to do that today. Now these mums were mums that I had from last year that I overwintered, and their shapes are a little bit funny, but because we wrapped them in burlap, you're not able to see that. And I think I mentioned this to you guys before. If you don't have containers that you can put your like these types of plants in, then just wrap them in burlap. You know, even if they're in their nursery container, you can still do something like something pretty just by using burlap. So we also did the burlap over here with this mum, which again, this is one that I overwintered, and I actually showed it to you guys in a previous video where the buds were all still closed, and you can see it already open. So it's just this beautiful, beautiful deep maroon color. So some of the fake flowers that we use, we just put it over here in our little tin containers. I love this fake amaranthus. I think this is so fun to have. So I could definitely add some more over here. We repeated the same thing on this side. Now we just got this really cute pillow. I love it so much because I always feel so blessed. And then over here, we didn't really do much. We just added the Excelsior underneath the pumpkins, which I think just gives it like a really fun country feel. And I like using it using this versus the hay, because I feel like hay will go everywhere, where this is like, I think it's gonna stay put and it's not gonna blow away easily like hay does. So I love using this for decoration. Anyways, I think this turned out super fun. I'm so excited, like I said, to have people come over and take their family photos. I think the only thing differently that I would have done is maybe put like a little banner up here that says like happy fall or something like that. And you could put like a picture above the pillow, or maybe like even a chalkboard, and you can write like your family's name on there or the date. I think that would be so cute and such a fun card, like maybe a holiday card or something like that. So just keep that in mind. Like there's definitely things that you can add other elements to a display like this, but I think this is so fun. It feels so fall to me, and I'm just so excited to have people come over now and take pictures. All right, guys, well, that's it for today's project. I hope that was fun for you guys to see come together. I'm so excited to see everybody come over and take pictures. And, I was just thinking, by no means do you guys have to do this on your own. I think it'd be fun to get your family or your friends or your neighbors to kind of get together, and each one of you bring a different element. So one of you could host the spot in their own garden or their deck to have this photo booth display. And then one of you could bring the hay bales, and the other one could bring some pumpkins or blankets or other fall decorations. So by no means do you have to go out and do this on your own. I think it'd be actually really fun for you guys to kind of get in a group and each one of you brings something, and it'd be almost like a potluck but for a photo booth. So that could be really fun. And again, it's fun creating moments like this and taking pictures and having these moments to look back on. I think it's just, I don't know, I'm such a person who believes in taking family photos and capturing moments. So I think this will be really fun for everyone to come and have their pictures taken over here. And it's always nice too to be able to say like, oh yeah, I did that and they used it, and it's almost like you're part of that memory as well. So anyways, I hope you guys found this inspiring, and then if you create this in your own garden, please tag me. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. And yeah, thank you guys again for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.